Hello and welcome to Show Love. I'm Bronwen Murphy. I've been lucky to have worked in television for more than 20 years and have worked with my next two guests many times. Firstly, the walking, talking prince of TV, Jamie Sutcliffe, who's so much fun to work with, producing many of the great ideas you've watched on your telly box. And also the queen of chat and all that, TV presenter, Kate Thornton. It's funny you can spend time with people and not really know stuff about them. Having spent the whole afternoon giggling and telling stories, I was fascinated to find out that Kate was presenting This Morning years ago, where they did an item to make a boy band. Looking for people to judge it, Kate, formerly editor of Smash Hits magazine, said she knew an A&R man in music, Simon Cowell. During the show, she said that somebody had the X Factor, and Simon said, "I like that." The rest is history. Equally as fascinating, on the day Princess Diana died, Kate had to announce the very sad news on the radio. And as it was a Sunday, the music library was shut, and so she couldn't get hold of some appropriate music. She ran to her car and could only find an Elton John CD, and so played Candle in the Wind, of which we all know and love for becoming associated with Princess Diana, and Elton John, her friend, sang at the funeral. Amazing to have influenced history like this. So on the 19th of May 2018, Kate, Jamie and myself worked together once again on the royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. And celebrating their 3-month anniversary, we got together again to discuss how you go about finding your own prince. So I'm joined by Kate Thornton and Jamie Sutcliffe now. So we worked together, beaming to 31 million, I think 31 you said. Million, yeah. People, the royal wedding, Meghan Markle, who found her prince, Prince Harry. Yeah. Didn't we, Kate? It was the did. Best
you
day.
Cried on the... So you were floor managing. Yes. Jamie was vision mixing, directing, producing.
And everything else.
Yeah. So you were in my ear. And you got completely swept away with what was really the ultimate love story, wasn't it?
I love a love story. It was amazing to watch there, wasn't it? I mean, we were so privileged to be there watching it and beaming it to so many people over the world.
Exactly,
weren't we, really?
And it was a really beautiful day, wasn't it? And you could see actually I was going to say for once, that's not entirely fair, but you could see that this was a couple that genuinely were in love.
Absolutely.
That would have had to struggle to kind of convince the royal network of, press officers and advisors.
Officials, yeah.
That this is okay, that actually, Prince Harry's going to marry a celebrity, she's biracial, their relationship is biracial, and that it's a good thing because, ultimately they love each other. And that really is what it's all about.
And you could see that.
That for me was what I took away from the day. It was just like, it doesn't matter that he's Prince Harry and it doesn't matter that she's a Hollywood actress.
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
matters is it's two people that clearly, with the world watching, have only got eyes for each other.
And it made the world happy for a day, didn't it? It was lovely.
It did. I think we all had a little love buzz.
But the weird thing
you didn't. You were in the gallery screaming.
I was in the gallery screaming at everybody. But I think
You never scream.
But I think the weird thing was the whole week leading up, you'd forgotten about the love story because of all the dramas with Meghan's family.
The Markles.
And the mum and the brother and the dad. So up to the event, everyone had totally forgot they were doing a love story.
Yeah.
It was a love story, and then when it happened, we were so busy. But it was a moment when you started to see people arriving, and then you kind of went, "Oh my God!" Literally, the whole world has stopped for this. And I think it was the first time ever that
and the
you
whole
were like,
world was watching, and her and her mum dealt with it so well, didn't they? I mean, they with so much decorum.
I love the two of them. I think that they've got real love, but real intelligence, real intent, and masses of compassion.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think they're going to end up doing some really smart work together.
Yeah, well, they do already.
Yeah, they do. So, and I think you're right, actually, Jamie. When on the day we were going, oh God, what if this happens? And we were trying to prepare for the
every
dramas of every eventuality from disgruntled family members, because that's what you do when you're on air for 5 hours. You have to plan for every eventuality. And actually, the moment that we saw Harry and William emerge.
Oh, and wasn't that a moment?
Yeah.
Like
it was lovely, wasn't it? And then you realised, actually, none of that stuff matters. This is about a family coming together, and
two people in love.
And watching those two extraordinary young men. Actually, we've watched them grow up. We've seen them lose their mother. We've seen them retain so much of the wonderful emotional awareness that she brought to them. And now that's translating into their families. And it was a beautiful day.
And she found her prince, and it was through a blind date, right? Yes.
A blind date that was set up by a mutual friend.
Yeah.
That you think we've all been on blind dates, and that would.
I don't think I have actually, but I'm willing for that to happen if you know anyone.
If you know anyone.
But I met my boyfriend on a blind date.
Oh, tell us about that. Come on, we want to hear about this love story.
I did. You've just spoken to him, so you tell me what he said and I'll tell you if it tallies.
Well, he told a wonderful story of the fact you've got mutual friends.
Yeah.
And they said to him, oh, we've got this friend that, you might really get on with. She works in telly, and he was like, oh, no, I don't know, because he's a builder, and he was like, I'm not sure if I know. Googled you. He told me that. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, yeah, I know her. She's quite nice. Went along.
Everyone knows the Thornton.
Not true.
Went along, and you were late. You swanned in like, hi.
She's always late.
I was.
Apparently you're always late.
I'm always late.
And he said as soon as he saw you, he was like, yes. And there was some energy. Even the mutual friend said there was some energy in the room.
There was, yeah. Yeah, and it was. I had done through peer pressure a year of yes. And
what?
Yes, just saying yes.
Oh, yes to anything.
Oh, like Danny Wallace, yes man, right?
So, but really more around sort of my personal life because, work I know what to say yes and no to. But when it comes to, I'm a working single mother and I love my friends. So any spare time I had would be spent with my friends. If I could get a night out with a babysitter, in the house, I'd go off and see all my girlfriends. And we're quite a fearsome pack. There's quite a lot of us. I mean, good luck to any man trying to penetrate that kind of group of girls. That's a very misfortunate
I think
use
the
of
fact
word,
that,
isn't it?
I think the fact that a lot of the girls that are quite well known as well, so that's got the added whoa, we can't
it's
even.
Intimidating. So, the irony is that for so many years I was single.
How many years?
4?
On and off. No, I hadn't dated anybody for almost 2 years before I met Matt. About 16 months. I think it was. And then I'd had a brief relationship, like a year or so, with somebody, but never anybody that I really introduced to my son. Or it was all.
Had you got to the point where you're like quite comfortable seeing your mates? You weren't really thinking about it.
They had more of an issue with it than I did, which is how I came out doing a year of yes, just to kind of pacify them. Because they felt that I should be with somebody, and I was like, what, I'm fine.
But that is what I have a lot. People can't understand that I'm not.
Yeah, I'm happy on my own.
I am not bereft without a boyfriend, and I'm really not. I'm just got a bit lazy.
Yeah.
And maybe I should have a year of yes.
Yes, I think maybe.
So
you're doing
what I did is I agreed that.
Oh no!
This is such a terrible yardstick. So what I'd said was, because some of them were trying to make me go on. I don't know, like Tinders and stuff. And I said, I'm not going to do that. It's going to end up in the sidebar of shame. Yeah. And actually, just not me. I'd rather just meet somebody in a real life situation.
Face to face.
Not that there's anything wrong with online dating.
No, there isn't. It works for some, but
and it really works
face.
for some. So what I said was, if I get asked out on a date, unless I feel like I want to vomit in my own mouth, I have to say yes.
Wow.
Right. So unless they literally turn my stomach and I think, oh God, no, you're not for me. And that's not just about a physical thing. It's about, personality as well.
How many did you turn down?
A few.
Really? Do you get asked out?
Not loads, no. And that was the other thing. People just very rarely approached me.
Yeah.
But that's the same with me. I never get asked out on dates.
Do you, Bron?
No.
I just don't ever.
Sometimes, but not. I can't remember the last time it happened. Really?
I don't think it ever happened.
No.
It doesn't for me.
No. But people don't. I don't think people approach people anymore like they used to. They hide behind like phones and things. Yeah.
That's probably very true. And actually, the last 2 relationships that I'd had, one was I'd met at a party, so that was quite an organic way to meet somebody. The other one was another blind date.
Really? From your friends again?
From different friends.
Yeah, friends of friends is a good way.
So, so my friends were like, look, if you're not going to go and proactively try to date, at least if someone crosses your path, give it a go. And I thought, well, that's actually really sensible advice. Also, they wanted to have some sort of vetting process because I don't have historically the best taste.
Do you not?
Like a challenge, babe.
Okay.
I like to approach a relationship like a renovation. I'll do it
Yeah,
up.
you can't. Yeah, you can't
And you
fix
can't
people
do
though.
that.
You can't. Yeah.
And I do have that tendency to want to help and fix and be useful. And actually, it's I got to a stage in my life where I thought, well, really, what I need is somebody that I can meet halfway, that
will look after
we look after each other.
Yeah, yeah.
A partnership.
But also, when you're fixing somebody all the time, it's exhausting. It's like being at work, don't you think?
Yeah, it's not very sexy either. I've discovered.
Always trying to, and then you kind of end up being their mother.
Yeah.
You do.
Or their dad.
Yeah, yeah. Is that what's happened?
Stop
Are you talking from experience?
No, I'm just saying. But if you're going to have a fixer upper,
yeah.
you're right, it's really
and then that
not
tended
sexy.
to be what I did. So I started saying yes if somebody asked me to go for a drink or something, and I was quite nervous about it. I'm not madly confident in a sort of dating scenario.
Did you do a lot? Did you say yes to a lot?
I went out on a couple of. So and the thing I hate, because I'm really quite British in this way, is I never had it in me to be able to say thank you so much for a lovely evening, but I don't think I want to see you again. I couldn't do that.
No, you don't want to let them down.
So then I'd let them, we'd be doing these texts back and forth, and it was like,
But you're not interested in it. Yeah.
But that is tough. A lot of people do that, and it's actually better for the person to just say, you were really nice, but you're not for me.
I just don't think,
Or you get ghosted apparently now, which is
ghosting is the thing. Yeah. So I was always a bit crap at that. So I think by the end of it was getting to the end of my year of yes. And my friend, who literally lives over the road from where we're sitting now, so we're in my back garden at the moment, is one of my mum friends from school.
Amazing.
And she said, she kept trying to, so she was very sociable, always have parties at her house, and she'd always go, I've got someone for you. And I was like, oh, for God's sake, no.
And were they all not?
No, just totally not me. Very nice men, and really quite random as well. There was no sort of common theme with them. And so, but by the time she said to me, right, I've got somebody, and I said that I'm not being funny, but you've got no idea about what it's oil and water. You're putting me with all the wrong people.
Yeah.
And I've never even gone out on dates with any of her suggestions. I'd just seen them across the room or had a quick hello. It's like, why did you think that we would work?
Yeah, how funny.
It's random.
Yeah, it does make you go, what do you think of me?
And then she said to me, well, no, I've got this guy, and he's a hot builder.
And you were in.
I love property. I love building.
And you like hot men.
Well,
so it worked.
but I was, she said more than anything, I think he's really kind, and I think that you two would really get on. But fundamentally, he's one of the kindest people I know, and kind becomes really important as you get older.
Having just met him, he comes across as very kind.
He is very kind
and very hot.
And hot, yeah.
And can I say a builder?
I know.
How often do we need a builder?
Yes.
On not every day of every week, but finding a guy with a trade.
Oh yeah,
very useful.
That's the turn on, definitely.
So she was really browbeating me about this, and I kept avoiding it. And I think for about 4 months, I sort of said, yeah, maybe, and then she said, right, I'm going to get him to send a picture. I want you to see him. Obviously trying to get me over the line because I'm clearly that shallow. And I saw a picture of him. He's called Matt. And he did look really, he's very handsome, but he looked kind. He had a face that felt like home. Yeah. It's probably the best way to describe it.
Lovely.
So I said, okay, well, yeah. I said, well, tell him to get in touch with me, but don't give him my number.
Right. Has that happened before then? Somebody's got your number?
No, if he really wants to go on a date, he'll find a way to make contact. And then I didn't think anything more of it. That's a challenge.
Like, how would you get in touch with somebody who's famous that you want to take on a date?
Well, if you really want to do it, you'll find a way.
That is the challenge, that if you want to meet them, you will find a way.
Hang outside their house?
But don't forget that there was mutual friends.
Yeah,
so it's
true.
Not that.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be that difficult.
Oh, what did he do?
So he
broke in.
No.
To the house.
He sent me a message on Facebook.
Right,
I never check my Facebook messages. I'm dreadful at any DMs on Instagram or Twitter or messages on Facebook. And that's, so the way Facebook works, you get messages from the people that you're actually friends with, and then there's a whole other kind of raft of
strangers.
People that you haven't added as friend. And Matt's Matt's message was sat in that, and I never look at those messages. Well, I do get a fair few of those.
I bet you do.
I think it's an occupational hazard. Right? So, and I think one day I was on a train going somewhere, and I thought, I'll just clear through some of my messages.
Yeah.
And friend requests and things.
Yeah.
And then I was skipping, going
through the dick pics.
Dick pics, yeah. Why do men do that, by the way? It actually puts actual sick in my throat.
No, I think it's fun.
Do you like to receive a dick pic?
No, but I don't get them. But I think it's quite fun.
Yeah, but why would I want to see a picture of someone's Well,
some of them are very attractive, so I can...
No, I suppose when you don't know them, it's different. I think if you were dating somebody and they sent you a naughty
but these
pic,
are people that I've not even
Yes, I suppose
that is weird.
It is quite full
so Matt's
sorry, I bypassed the romance. I've gone straight in. Sorry,
straight in on the sex.
Straight in with the D pics. Hello.
Back to the.
So Matt's message had been sat in this inbox alongside all of the other.
And how long had it been since he sent the message?
A week or 10 days.
Oh, that was lucky then.
And I thought, and he'd put something like, I'm really still not convinced if this is a wind-up or not. But if it isn't, it would be really nice to meet. Do you fancy a drink? And here's my number.
Which is hard for you because you don't drink, do you?
Not so much, Beth. You know me. It's like I don't talk much. So that's that. And so he sent me his number, and I said, well, look, let's be old-fashioned. Why don't we just talk? And here's my number.
See, that at that point, that just sent a bit of a shiver up my spine.
What, to have a
no, but
chat?
It's that thing of talking one-to-one. We're so unused to it. I can hardly write a letter nowadays.
Yeah, this is a fundamental flaw
but conversation,
in
it should never become a lost art
human connection.
No.
We're losing it. It really upsets me.
Particularly strangers.
Yes.
Yeah, and I just thought it was really important that we spoke. I think sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's right because you can translate them wrong, can't you? Texts and stuff.
Yeah. And actually, we were both. So he sent me his number. I sent mine back.
Who rang who?
He'd sent me another message about trying to organise a time to meet up. And I remember I was driving down Park Lane home from work one night, and I thought I can't text him back because I'm driving. I'll just call him. And it completely freaked him out. I could hear the shock in his voice.
It would literally freak me out. Oh, hi.
You just did a gasp, didn't you?
I did.
Really?
No, because I'm so unused to this thing.
But you've got to talk to them eventually.
No, I know.
That's the whole thing with online dating. Is like you're hiding behind something, but eventually you have to touch them. And
no, you do. But when that call comes in, you're like, oh God.
Yeah.
Oh no, my God. Oh no. Hello.
I know. Yeah.
But actually, that was a really important phone call, and I spoke to him all the way home.
Oh.
And then was literally sat outside in the car saying, "I'm going to have to go now because I've got to pay the babysitter."
What did you talk about?
He said, I haven't really done this, been in a long-term relationship, it's children, I hadn't been, I certainly hadn't been out on loads of dates. And I said, well, look, we'll both be nervous together, it's fine. Let's just say we're going for a drink, there's no dinner involved, we'll just go, have a couple of drinks, and if it's good, we'll have another couple of drinks, and if it's not, what have we lost?
Yeah, exactly. You've got to take the plunge, haven't you? Yeah.
But he sounded nice. He sounded kind. So we set a date. But then so Matt has his children every other weekend. And one thing I really loved about him was the fact that he wasn't prepared to meet me on a weekend when he had his kids because his time with them was too precious. And I thought, good dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was on the run up to Christmas and everybody's really busy at that time of year. And it was getting to a point where we weren't going to be able to meet until the new year. And then we found a date to make it work. And that was the night he took me out for a drink.
Yeah.
And
is that the same night then that you were late?
Yeah.
Right, I got you. So your friends are there.
I'm like 10 minutes late. It's not even late in my book.
He did say
always.
Like
an hour.
Like always.
Yeah.
I'm a busy lady.
I just don't, do time very well.
Yeah.
Except when I'm on TV and then I'm really bang on my timing.
No, well, that's why
I pride myself on my counts.
I know, but I'm very organised in the studio, but I'm the scat. My friends can't believe how scatty I am.
I'm so much better now, only with social media. I was coming here today and I said I'm going to be 10 minutes late, and I think that's fine, but timing is... being on time is kind of weird.
And that's timing. That's what we're talking about, finding your prince.
Yeah.
So your prince...
My prince.
Have you had anything near your prince?
Near my prince. Yeah, I think I've had near my prince, but I found the boyfriends I've had have been at the wrong time in my life, and should they have been 5 years later, they'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and do you know what? That's interesting that you say that, because I probably wouldn't have been right for Matt 20 years ago, and he probably wouldn't have been right for me. But where we are in our lives right now, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have gone, I really want a kind boyfriend.
Yeah.
My point is, I was like, I want someone dangerous who's going to break my heart and stamp over it. And
But that's the thing. My first two boyfriends were, I think, a bit too older for their time and wanted to go for dinners and to the theatre and for walks along, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go out drinking and clubbing.
But now you want to go for walks.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
But I'm just too lazy. I really can't be faffed with the whole thing.
Which I understand and I get that, but I think when somebody does cross your path and they really turn your head, you'll be surprised at how you quickly shed that kind of
you might not be ready
ambivalence. And you're definitely ready.
Are you ready?
Do you mean ready? He's 900 years old.
I'm 900 years old. I mean,
I've had sex for 4,000 years.
There has to be some point that I'm ready. The thing is, I actually say I'm ready, but
what are you looking for?
Yeah, come on.
But I think I'm not really looking. This is
No. But what would, like, apart from Gates' boyfriend?
Apart from Gates' boyfriend.
What would turn your head?
Yeah, you quite like the look of Matt, don't you?
I mean, he's... And never mind objectifying men, but he is very attractive.
I mean, he is a prince in shining armour.
He is an ultimate keeper.
With a drill set.
And I could...
It was everything I ever wanted.
And all I ever think when I see Matt is, and I think, he's attractive, he's lovely, he's kind, he's brilliant company, but also I need my rendering doing.
You need to do that.
So there's always a dual thing of going, God.
But it is funny who you are attracted to, and like, because you are obviously different. You've got different jobs.
Well,
you're probably very similar as people.
Matt has no idea. Like, you had to explain to him today what a floor manager is.
Yeah.
So that probably shows you in the 2 years we've been together. I don't
talk about it.
We don't really talk about it, and I think
Yeah.
it's really healthy. I mean, there's when something big happens and you want to share that with them, they're great, but I don't think Matt would care what I did for a living.
Yeah. Because it's about you, the person.
Yeah. And because he's got no real understanding of our world, and I really don't know how to build a house.
Yeah.
So actually, you get in and you go, how's your day? Well, this happened, that happened, brilliant. So, the kids at the weekend, and you just go into normal life, and I think that's really healthy.
But going back to Harry and Meghan, I think that's what attracted them to each other. They were very different, and he had to learn all about being a Hollywood superstar or whatever she is, and she had to learn about royalty.
They are so different, but they're absolutely so aligned
as people. But their lives were
but passions.
Yeah,
I think Meghan shares a lot of passions that Diana had. He has had his moments of waking up in Vegas, having had a few too many.
He needed to get that out of his system,
and I think he needed to get that out.
Yeah,
exactly.
Then the timing was right.
He was going through his 20s, and actually, he is never going to be king, which actually he must be so thrilled about with the whole an heir and a spare. He was always the spare.
Yeah.
The actual spare royal, and you think, God, that must be quite hard, but no, that means he can actually be a royal, still be involved in it, but not have the pressures that his brother has got, because his brother he's got his future set out. He can see what is going to happen.
It's funny, isn't it? Because we talk about privilege, and they talk about privilege a lot. Actually, William and Harry, that they crave a private life, but they accept that they are very privileged. And I think, well, actually, I don't think they are privileged, because a privilege is a freedom to live life the way you choose to. And theirs is predestined from the womb.
Truman Show, isn't it?
Yeah,
everyone's watching them at all times.
Yeah, and there is no, Harry couldn't turn around and go, I want to be a florist.
Yeah.
He just couldn't do it.
No.
Or
could he not at all? Is that just
no?
not?
It's there is an expectation that you will serve your country.
Well, like Meghan had to give up. She had a blog and all of that, like to become like the
sacrifices. So I don't think that's
wife.
I think it's extraordinary that he has been able to find somebody that has captured his heart in the way that she clearly has, and that they're good together, when actually most women, if you're being really honest, would run a mile from life at his side, because it's way too public.
Well, have a look at his two exes. They couldn't cope. They didn't want paps outside the front door. They didn't want their whole lives unearthed, their families' lives disrupted.
But then at the same time, there must be an equal amount of women that wanted that
but they wouldn't
fame.
Be the right women.
Exactly, yeah.
So they're not going to be
so
like him.
He had to gauge all
actually,
of that.
him trying to find love is probably akin to a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
It's finding that person that's got the right intent, the right agenda, that magical chemistry there, because that's what love is, isn't it? It's chemistry. It's the one thing you can't buy, you can't manipulate, you can't magic it up. It's either there or it's not.
But it's the same for all of us as humans with that
and
connection.
sometimes you have chemistry with the wrong people.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, please don't have chemistry, because this is really going to end badly.
Yeah, because it will never work because you're not really compatible.
Not really, but it's exciting.
Yeah.
And I think as you get older, you become less kind of seduced by the excitement, and what you start looking for is something more meaningful, long term, that runs a little bit deeper than, wow, you're hot.
Which is where we are, right, Jamie?
We are, but I mean, again, I'm not
fussed. He's like, really, I'm lazy. I don't care.
It's not fussed. It's just I don't it's not really high up on my priority list, and maybe it should be. But I think if it was, I would be with somebody.
So your connection is just seeing your friends, really, and that's enough for you.
I'm actually friends, and my work, and my family.
Yeah,
I think that I've got enough.
But you're quite happy with your set in your ways to a degree, as we all are.
Yeah,
and I think you're happy with your going home watching whatever you want to watch in the evening.
You Netflix and chill yourself.
Yeah. But I obviously still like going out, but I like going out less, and I think that is for all of us.
Oh, gotcha.
I certainly don't kind of go, oh my God, I'm not going out this weekend. It's fine.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people that obviously you've got to that point where you're really happy, but a lot of people that aren't quite there yet, that feel lonely and feel like they really need that prince in their life, and they obsess about it, and then they don't.
I've never suffered with that.
Yeah.
And I've got lots of girlfriends, and male friends actually that need that. They need to be in a relationship. They need to be validated by that.
I've actually got two friends who just can't not be single.
Yeah.
And that they have a bad relationship and they're straight into another one.
Yeah.
And another one and another one.
Yeah.
And you just go, I think everyone needs a couple of beats in their life to just be single.
Yeah.
And to just be on their own and go, actually, I don't want a partner.
And isn't it right that when you get happy in yourself and stop thinking about it, that generally is when
that's when
they
your pheromones are pinging then.
No, I don't think that does happen.
You're disproving this rule, Jamie.
I actually think it's reversed.
No, but maybe you're not quite happy enough yet.
No, I'm really happy. This is the thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm someone that's too happy that I don't even think about. It's funny, I was walking down Compton Street the other day with one of my friends, and we were both going, we're literally invisible. We were walking down Compton Street, and it was like we're invisible, and that's not going.
What? Because of why?
Because of age.
Well, just because of age, and you're just going that.
In gay years, he's 4,000.
No.
No, but in gay years, like you're not looking for that.
No,
I'm
not. But it's interesting that when you look at it, literally, we could have been walking down that street.
Yeah, but that's the same.
But women become invisible. Yeah, in your mid-40s, that's it. Game over. Like, you know,
well,
jobs
no, actually,
and
I think that's when you're at your most spectacular.
Is it?
For me, I think so.
Okay, well, I need to work on that.
No, but I do. I think we're hitting our stride.
Yeah,
and I think this is a really
watch out, world.
What a time to be alive. But I know what you're saying about the invisibility, and how things have changed and what people look for now. I mean, you know, I look fleetingly at Love Island. I've never eaten a whole episode.
Yeah.
But the way that those girls present themselves, that's alien to me.
Yeah.
Because when I was their age, none of that stuff existed. The lips and the boobs and the HD eyebrows and and actually we place so much value on the aesthetics.
Like 13-year-old girls now are like taking photos of themselves on Instagram and they look like 21.
And you know, so maybe we're invisible because everybody's turning their head to look at that. Yeah. But I'm cool with that because I like. But
that's not what we want. We don't want the guys that want that. We want the guys that want.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fascinated by those girls, but I also want to just scrub their makeup and say, they're so pretty, you don't need this.
Be real,
Yeah, just strip it back a bit.
Yeah, so where are we going with this and your prince?
Prince.
Are you not?
No, I'm happy to meet a prince.
They're going to completely fuck up your life when they turn up. You're not going to know what to do.
This is, I think, I
Going to OCD overdrive.
I actually think I worry about the future because I don't want them living in my house.
You don't.
Oh, Jesus Christ! No hope.
No, when I said OCD, I shouldn't use that term lightly because obviously it's genuinely an illness. But Jamie is. If he came home and somebody had put his copy of the TV Times down in the wrong place,
are you serious?
I am a little bit. I am a little
that would freak him right
I'm a little
out.
bit fiddly.
He's best on his own.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
I am.
You are, and that's not such a bad thing.
No, but I don't think everyone is destined to meet the Mr. Right, and I think people find that odd.
Yeah.
But I don't want to move in with anybody.
Yeah.
So I think maybe I go, what's the point of the middle bit?
Well, you've got to fall in love with yourself, which
And
is a nice way to
I am.
end
Do you know what
this.
though? You're in a really good place, right? You don't need somebody to complete you.
No,
Yeah.
that's
So
the thing.
it's a
You
nice
complete
to have.
you.
It's a
I
nice
complete
to have.
me. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nice.
but then you know what? Somebody will walk into your
Yeah.
life one day, and you'll go, actually, I really enjoy spending time with this person, and I'm much happier with them than I am without them.
Yeah.
And then you'll have to learn to let them move your TV time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you found that.
And
that's
never mind us.
lovely.
What about you?
Oh, I'm not talking about me.
Why?
I was bored of me and my nonsense.
It's not nonsense.
Well, I'm
it's not
single, that's
nonsense.
it.
But not for long, Bron.
No. Watch out, world. I'm in my mid-40s.
Yeah. After the wedding, didn't you all go out? When we did the wedding show? Or did you have to go home?
Oh, no, I think I went home to my son's.
See, I thought there was somebody having a little sparkly twinkle in their eye for you that day.
Was that?
Yeah.
Who?
Who? See, I didn't even
And I had to
notice.
go
I don't
because I
even
had
see
to go
it.
to a party straight afterwards, a friend's birthday party, but I was thinking, Bron.
Oh, my God. I love that you saw that. I did.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. I
See,
didn't.
so you're not invisible.
Oh,
Well, to be
thanks,
fair,
Kate.
when we did Big Brother together, there were a couple of times I used to say to you, somebody's having a little, and you used to go, what? I think you are oblivious to
But you're a
people.
beautiful woman.
Oh, my God. Stop now. I'm going to stop this podcast. I can't.
Take the compliments.
but
You
I
are.
think you are oblivious because a couple of times I used to say, somebody's caught you either there, one of the crew or somebody, and you go, what?
At Show Love UK. I'm up for offers.
Seriously, the guy on our crew the day of the wedding that was
What
looking at
on
you.
earth?
He was hot.
I need to open my eyes a bit more. Maybe that's what you need. Don't go to Old Compton Street. Go to sort of the old people's home down the road.
What?
And open your eyes a little bit. And
The old
they're sitting
people's
there.
home. I don't want to date pensioners.
What, you said you were 4,000 years old? Oh, no, that's when you last got laid.
Oh my God, go to your people's home. Thanks for that. Why am I even
Do you know
doing
what,
this
though?
for
You're
you?
saying that I don't want to date a pensioner. How old are you now?
29.
Babe.
43.
43, right? So if you met somebody 10 years older.
Oh, no. Oh, see, that...
See, 53?
I'm
I mean, it's not pensionable, but
No.
but you've got to understand, we're not 20 anymore.
I would like to meet somebody, if I met somebody, my own age.
Yeah.
I think that's on an even playing field. I don't want somebody younger. I don't...
You've been there. You've done the wild stuff, haven't you?
Yes, I've done the wild
We're
stuff.
not going
Yeah.
to talk about that. I'm sure you don't want to.
But we have all done the 20 to 30 when we met people and we probably shouldn't have.
And mine wasn't very wild, to be fair. Maybe
Wasn't
that's
it?
on my way. Yeah, I'm living
I
through
was
you
in
and your
long-term
stories.
relationships the
Yeah.
whole time. I was quite square.
Yeah.
No, I was quite wild until I went into a relationship. But
Yeah.
I'd just come to London though. It was a big new sweet shop.
Ah.
Where you ran 5 stars.
Five stars fan club.
Fan club, which is
Let's
fantastic.
really not mention that. Because it really
do you want me
makes
to-
me really sad.
Do you want me to cut that out?
Because he'll never have a date ever again.
He used to run the 5-star fan club.
No, but I used to love 5
For
star.
no
I was
money.
really impressed.
That makes it even worse. Just did it as a fan.
As a fan, I used to love.
Oh, come on.
Which
we've
was
all
your
got
favourite?
something
Stedman?
No, Lorraine.
Lorraine.
Lorraine was awesome.
So
And-
you-
She's
were you
the
a bit
lead
straight
dish,
then?
wasn't she? Yeah.
No, I don't think I was ever straight.
Right. But you like, okay.
I like 5-star. I think my dad once said, I knew you were special, and he meant that in a very complimentary term when you were obsessed with leg warmers and roller skates. He said, that's the point I thought, okay, maybe it's not football.
Yeah. And look at you now.
Maybe.
darling.
Yes,
maybe.
Hi, Dad. I'm running the 5-star fan club. Wonderful. I can't wait to meet a lovely guy when you bring him home.
Anyway, we've veered off. I don't want to mention that they've just split up, haven't they? 5 star. Did you know that? I don't want to break your
They
heart.
split up?
Yeah.
No, they split up years ago.
No, but now.
Oh, I think that there is a little bit of beef going on.
Oh yeah.
But
Does that break your
You've got
heart
the
a little
inside
bit?
track.
I've got the inside track.
You've always got all the
I've got the
gossip.
inside track, but
Well, listen, thank you so much
Oh,
for
Bron.
having a little chat with me today.
And Bron, you've got to lift your eyes up sometimes
Yeah,
and look around to
maybe.
see who's looking at you.
As does everyone listening. You
Yeah.
know, they're out there somewhere to
They
find your
are.
prince.
if you want them.
Yes. Oh, right.
No,
And
Or
he's
you-
content on his
Oh,
own.
you could just stay home and watch Coronation Street.
and be happy. Where are those donuts?
Right, let's get the donuts. Thank you so much.
I love you.
Love you,
I
Bron.
love you. So the moral of the story is, not everybody is looking for a prince, but everyone loves donuts. The main thing you have to learn is to love yourself and be happy in yourself, which can be quite a journey. That's it for now. Love you for listening, and don't forget to show love. Thank you to Ollie Travers for Saucy Naughty Rubbish and Danny Wright for staying in. Both Danny and Ollie are playing different gigs around the country, so please check them out. Thank you Alex McCardle for his sound expertise, and please follow us on Instagram, Twitter or Facebook at Show Love UK.
So much to get through, I know I'll start it in a minute or two. Lay back in bed, reminisce instead. Let's plan it all in my head. Procrastination, self-stimulation, instant gratification. I'm self-medicating, therapist recommending more meditating, wasted education. I need more admiration, and I don't wanna bother with today. I pretty much missed it anyway. Might as well stay, and I don't wanna bother with today. I pretty much missed it anyway. Might as well stay, I'm staying in. Come dine with me, repeat it on channel 3. I watch it cause I'm feeling hungry. Try and shift the mood, so I ordered Chinese food. Said fuck it, just keep the change, dude. Finance situation, spent on dedication. Dreams of Wembley Stadium and my name carved in the pavement.